What's up, y'all? Will Novak, Magnolia LSAT, the Gulf Coast greatest law school LSAT professional, here to help y'all with your law school applications. Here's what we're talking about today. Recently, I did that video, 3 terrible takes for when to take the LSAT. I want to give you 3 really good takes. These are 3 ways to think about it that you should be thinking about it that way. All right, so number 1. You should assume you need to take the test more than once. You should assume you're going to be taking the LSAT more than once. Let me talk about why. First off, a lot of people need to, so it's just a good assumption. It's a good idea to just plan on having to take it more than once. Because by the way, what is your goal? Is your goal to have a great application? Is your goal to only take the LSAT once? Exactly. The second reason why you should plan on taking the LSAT more than once is because all deciding you're going to take it once does is puts a lot of pressure on the first time you take it, and that's not something you need. The pressure's not going to help you. It's not going to make the situation better. You're not going to be like, gosh, yeah, it really worked out well when I put all this pressure on myself. You're not Kobe in Game 7. You don't. Yeah. And so one more thing with this is these people who say I'm only taking the LSAT once, when they take it and do poorly, they take it again. So it's just a complete ridiculous. Yeah. So plan on taking it more than once. All right, correct take number 2. You are your highest score. Let me just repeat this for the people in the back. You are your highest score. You are your highest score. You are your highest score. There are people who believe me and still get freaked out about the LSAT because they feel it's like the thing when you were in elementary school and they were like, this is going to go on your permanent record, and I don't know, maybe people can Google this now. I guess this probably doesn't work because I don't know how smart or dumb a 9-year-old is in 2023. I have no idea. But so maybe they go home and Google and find out that the permanent record doesn't mean anything. Well, here's the point. All LSAT scores besides your highest are your permanent record. It's not going to affect your application. They let you cancel your score for $50. The difference between a great application and a terrible application is hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, when you add up all the scholarship offers. So if something affects your application, that's worth tens of thousands of dollars at a minimum. And so the fact that they're doing it for $50 is because they know it doesn't mean anything. There you go. Okay. Third excellent take. Since the test has switched to remote, I have seen way more people punt it the first time. In my experience, back when the test was in person, I would say most people didn't choke on the day of. It's not, obviously some people choked, but it wasn't, it was pretty normal to go in and do similar to how you were doing in your homework and your practice tests, etc., etc., etc. Since they've switched to remote proctoring, the number of people who just blow it the first time is much higher. So, you kind of want to plan for that. And what that means is with my own clients, I generally encourage them to take it the first time, a little bit before they're ready. So, let's say I have a client who really is going to be ready to knock it out of the park in June. I might have them take April just so they get the experience under the belt, so they learn what it's like taking it online with the whole remote setup and the whole situation, because spoiler alert, it's a nightmare. It's not well done. I would go so far as to say it's a big problem. And I wish the LSAC would bring back the option to take it in person. It seems counterintuitive. It seems crazy that it would be easier for students to just go to a test center at 9 a.m. and sit at a desk in a room full of other students making noise and being obnoxious. But in my experience, it's a better experience in terms of people doing how they normally do and getting the scores they're getting in practice. So yeah, so I would take it a little bit before you're ready, so that when you're actually ready, you can take it and knock it out of the park. Now, one final thing, I want to say this. If you've done terribly twice, you need to start being really careful, because you have 5 lifetime takes, and if you've burned 2, you've got 3 left. And if you burn the 3rd, that's a lot of pressure for the 4th and the 5th. So my advice for people who have taken it twice and done terribly is do not take it again until you are absolutely ready. Until you are now. Sometimes there are people who are totally ready and like bomb it the first 2 times because of like nerve, stress, anxiety, etc. Obviously, those people, when they need to deal with that and then take it a 3rd time. But like, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything about law school admissions, email us, nolalsat1@gmail.com. NOLALSAT, I don't know why I'm spelling it out. It's like in the description. I don't know. I'm like old school. I'm old school. I'm old. I'm old and you're going to school. That's what's really going on around here. Okay. Peace.